Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Hi, I'm Rollo Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, pareadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Date night on South Padre Island? No problem. You could hit the town and dance the night away. Or maybe you'd prefer some fun and games, like being a kid again. Party like a grown-up? Or a throwback to the good old days? Tough call. Luckily, either decision will be the right one. Choosing what to do on South Padre Island? That's as hard as it gets. Visit SoPadre.com.
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
We do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Me or you? Hello?
Accesible.
Hang on.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
My son Leo just graduated from high school, but also with his associate degree from Texas Southmost College at no cost at all. Not having that financial burden was so helpful to our family. That's 2 years we did not have to pay for.
All of my TSC credits transferred to UTRGV, and I am so grateful to go into my major debt-free.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
When you study local at Texas Southmost College, you can choose from over 50 associate degree programs, certificates, and workforce training programs. Register now for summer and fall classes and study local at Texas Southmost College.
We're La Vida and the girl watching Real Sports Live. Go Cardinals!
Hi.
Good evening. Welcome aboard to another broadcast. We are coming to you live from our state capital, Austin, Texas. Red and Charlene McCombs Field for the Class 4A semifinals. Kevin R. on the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us on Rio Sports Live on this audio broadcast only, powered by T-Mobile. Game 2 of the day, and earlier today we saw Santa Gertrudis fall in the state championship game. A 4-2 losing effort, but a tremendous season from Coach Tomas de los Santos and the Santa Gertrudis Lady Lions. A special shout out to them. Now they hand off the baton to the the Calallen Lady Wildcats. I never really call them Corpus Christi Calallen Lady Wildcats, but it was Calallen. They're going to hand the baton off to their sisters just up the road in Calallen as the Lady Wildcats are back for a third time in 5 years. They came for the first time ever in 2019. Missed out in 2020 because of COVID. There was no season. They made it back in 2021. 2022, they fell short in the Sweet 16. And here in 2023, Coach Teresa Lentz and the Calallen Lady Wildcats back in the state tournament, and they're looking to go back to the state championship. That's the thing, is Calallen, they've gotten a piece of the pie the first 2 times up. They've made the state championship, just falling just shy of that elusive championship. Will third time be the charm for Coach Teresa Lentz and her staff? They are the road team. Let's meet the starting lineup for Coach Teresa Lentz and the Calallen Lady Wildcats. And the leadoff spot is Megan Geyer. Mia Flores bats in the 2-hole, batting third. Audrina Almaraz batting fourth, and the cleanup hitter is Alana Almaraz. Rihanna Rodella is the designated player. She bats fifth. Batting sixth is Jordan Thibodeau. Braylon Bailey is in the 7th spot. Mackenzie Mounts bats 8th. And in the 9-hole is Kaden Trevino. So Geyer, Flores, the Almaraz sisters, 3 and 4. Rodella in the 5 spot. Thibodeau, Bailey, Mounts, Trevino. Rylan Gomez is the flex for Coach Teresa Lentz. She'll be patrolling right field. Again, thanks for joining us here from Red and Charlene McCombs Field in Austin, Texas. Kevin Aro again on the play-by-play. You're listening to an audio broadcast powered by T-Mobile. They're going up against Aubrey. The Chaparrals coming in with a 34-7 overall record. And the Chaparrals are back in the state tournament after reaching in 2002, 2004, 2007. This is their 4th state appearance.
They are the Corpus Christi Calallen Wildcats.
And one thing we do know for certain is the winner here will face the well-oiled machine that is Liberty. They put a thumping on Decatur earlier today, 9-1. They were able to club 14 hits on 9 runs. So Liberty, the reigning back-to-back champion, will relax here over the next couple of hours as they'll wait their opponent, whether that is Aubrey or Calallen. We're going to wait and see here in the next couple of hours, just a couple of minutes away from first pitch. Thanks for joining us again on Rio Sports Live.
And now let's meet the starters.
And this is how the Chaparrals will line up defensively. The middle infield, Kaylee Fuller will be playing second base. Tamia Cherry will be the shortstop. That's the middle infield. Over on the hot corner is Brylan Duncan. She will be playing third base. And over on the first base side will be Molly Reed. She is the flex. Calling the balls and strikes will be Abby Buxton. Maya Cherry will be the starting pitcher for the Chaparrals, coming in with a 16-2 overall record, and that's the starting infield. In the outfield, Brooklyn Weir is playing right. Bree Jones is in center, and Abby Hammett is patrolling left field, and that is the starting lineup defensively for Aubrey. The umpiring crew tonight, the home plate umpire is Joe Johnson. Bruce Beats will be on the first base side, and Joe Salinas will be on the third base side. That is our umpiring crew. Just minutes away from first pitch. Temperatures at a toasty 89 degrees. And I tell you what, I was walking down there pregame, and as a former player sticking out there in right field, that sun blaring down, it's going to be a little difficult for the right fielders on the right side of the infield. Second base, first base. The shadow out in left with the hitting facility here to our left. So there's a bit of a shadow in left, and on the third base and in the sixth hole. Outside of that, it's going to be a tough task early on until the sun decides to dip down for that right fielder and the right side of the infield. We'll see how that affects the defense here in this ball game. First pitch just moments away from our state capital, Calallen, Aubrey. An audio-only broadcast. National anthem, first pitch coming up next on the other side of the break. You're listening to Rio Sports Live.
So the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Sail the seas or see the sails. On South Padre Island, that's as hard as it gets. Visit sopadre.com.
Hello from Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated Texas Education Agency district. A stands for Academic Excellence at Los Fresnos CISD, where pathways to secondary success are being built for students at the brand new Resaca Middle School campus. A stands for Academic Advancement at Los Fresnos High School, where the College Center provides a jump start on college and career readiness that includes advanced placement classes, dual enrollment options, CTE opportunities, and scholarship money. Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated and 7-time post-secondary readiness distinction district.
At Harlingen CISD, college, career, community ready is more than just a saying. We've created 12 academies to provide students with access to fields of study that best fit their interests and passions. Within the 12 academies, there are 42 certifications that will aid students in getting a head start on a career upon graduation. Become HCISD proud and enroll today.
Welcome back. Kevin Naro on the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us again on Rio Sports Live on an audio-only broadcast. Well, let's get this thing going. Calallen will be the road team, and they will be in the road grays with the black pants, cats, and that Old English font written across the chest. So 3 different new uniforms for Calallen this year. Team that we followed closely throughout the year and gotten to know Coach Lentz and her staff quite well over the past few years. And, you know, they feel like this is where they need to be. This is where they should be. And you look up and down the roster, you're going to see a whole lot of youth. 4 different freshmen in the starting lineup. They lose Brooklyn Metter at the beginning of the year, and question marks. They lose a couple of games. Who's going to replace Metter, not only behind the plate, but in the middle of the order, which Metter was the anchor in that lineup. They plugged in Adriana Almaraz from first behind the plate. She's done very well for Calallen. But for now, it's the junior Megan Geyer, who has been in this situation before. Although the last time Calallen was here in the state semis, the game was not played here at Red and Charlene McCombs Field. It was actually played in Georgetown because of the weather. Cherry in the circle, the infield coming in, and away we go from Red and Charlene McCombs Field. First pitch to Megan Geyer is off the plate. Ball 1, and we are underway. 7 o'clock first pitch. Megan Geyer batting from the left-handed side of the plate. Geyer takes that up and outside for ball 1. And this Calallen offense, they have been rolling and clicking on all cylinders. That pitch high. Ball 3. So Geyer ahead in the count early. Coming into the tournament, batting .534. 3 balls and no strikes. Cherry's pitch catches the outside corner. 4 strike 1. White uniforms for Aubrey. That pitch off the plate, ball 4, and that is a leadoff walk for the leadoff batter, Megan Geyer. So she reaches first. Calallen has their first base runner, and now Mia Flores will come to the plate. Flores, an interesting story this year for Coach Teresa Lentz. Flores normally would bat in the 9th spot. Flores, the speedster, can also run track, one of the faster athletes on campus down at Calallen. She got moved up into that 2 spot. She's a slapper, can bunt her way on and use that speed as Flores goes immediately to the bunt, bunts it foul for strike 1. Flores with an impressive .315 on the year. She is a junior. Her older sister, Maddie Flores, was a part of the 19 and 21 team. And, of course, Mia Flores, the niece of head coach Teresa Lentz. Here's the 0-1. And Flores fouls it back and out of play, and it's 0-2. So, while Mia was just a freshman, she saw what it took. She saw what it takes. And being a part of the baseball family she is in, her father, Marcus, in fact, just got inducted to the Texas A&M Kingsville baseball, or the Hall of Fame as a baseball player. Coach Lentz, of course, the 0-2 misses high and away. Ball 1, a Corpus Christi Miller product. So it's safe to say that athletics, softball, baseball just runs into the Flores family, and of course her father, a longtime professor and writer at the Caller, correct? Yes, Quentin Martinez to my left. We've been hanging out all weekend. Ground ball fielded by Cherry over to first. Fielded it on a hop. And it's going to be a 1-3 putout, but you can chalk that up as a sacrifice. Either way, the runner moves over to second. And now Adrina Almaraz comes to the plate, and an early RBI opportunity here for the young freshman. Coach Lentz's father covered a lot of athletics, particularly the '86 Astros, and anything you wanted to know about the Astrodome, he could tell you. First pitch is a strike looking to Adrina Almaraz. The 0-1. Misses it for ball 1. Adrina Almaraz, the younger sister to Alana Almaraz, and her too. Her older sister, Alana, a junior, was also a part of that team in 2021. The 1-1 pitch, sharply hit to the third base side, shuffles her feet, throws a little wide, but they haul it in for out number 2. And there are 2 away.
Now batting third baseman number 23, Alana Almaraz.
Now Alana Almaraz will come to the plate. Alana atop the leaderboard in batting average, and of course the last time she was here, she belted a home run in the state championship when she was just a freshman. And she has been locked in this postseason, takes that first pitch for strike 1, and that was the thing. Who was going to replace the bat of Brooklyn Metter? And Alana Almaraz overcame a hand injury about midway through the year. She's healthy, and she has been swinging a hot bat. She fouls that one off. It's 0-2. Alana hit a home run against Bernie in that one-gamer last week, and then she hit the walk-off home run against Needville to punch their ticket to the region final. Geyer on second. No balls and 2 strikes to Almaraz. Corners of the infield in, middle of the infield back. And Lonnie takes that up and in for ball 1. Coach Lamar Lopez on the first base side. Both her and Coach Lentz have been together for 10 years now. In on the hands, right back to the pitcher, Cherry. She makes the catch for out number 3. They jammed up Almaraz. No score. Midway through the first. Aubrey coming up when we come back.
Graduation time to make some decisions. What's next? Can I afford to continue my education? What are my options? At Brownsville ISD Career and Technical Education, you can graduate from high school with a certificate and/or license ready to go to work, debt-free. We have a wide range of programs for every student ranging from audiovisual, law enforcement, STEM robotics, electrical, welding, pharmacy, patient care tech, and many more to choose from. That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard, call today 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first. Let's meet the starting lineup for Aubrey. Keely Fuller in the leadoff spot. Tamia Cherry bats second. Brilene Duncan in the 3 spot. Abby Buxton bats 4th. Brooklyn Weir bats 5th. Bree Jones in the 6th spot. Abby Hammett bats 7th. Cameron Alexander, the DP, in the 8th spot. Maya Cherry in the 9th spot. So Fuller, Cherry, Duncan, Buxton, Weir, Jones, Hammett, Alexander, and Cherry to round out the starting 9. For the Chaparrals.
Second baseman number 5, Keely Fuller.
Keely Fuller will lead it off. James Ramsey, the head coach. Jordan Thibodeau, your starting pitcher. The young freshman steps into the circle. He's had a breakout year for the young freshman. First pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1, and off we go in the home half of the first. Defensively, Braylon Bailey is at first. Mackenzie Mount is playing second base. At shortstop is Megan Geyer. Alana Almaraz is the third baseman. Audrina Almaraz calling the balls and strikes. Thibodeau in the circle. That's the starting infield for the Lady Wildcats. The 0-1 from Thibodeau. Finds the river, it's 0-2. Mia Flores is in center field. Rylan Gomez is out in right. She's the flex. And in left is another freshman, and that's Kaden Trevino. And she has had a fantastic year for Coach Lentz and the Lady Wildcats. The 0-2 from Thibodeau. Just got a piece of it was Fuller. Fuller coming in as a sophomore, batting .402 on the year from the left-handed side of the plate. White uniforms with the pinstripes for the Chaparrals. The 0-2 from Thibodeau. Good take, just off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Keely Fuller. Joe Johnson, the home plate umpire. Bruce Beats is the first base umpire, and over on the third base side is Joe Salinas. The winner here will face Liberty. 2-2, well outside. Liberty got a convincing 9-1 win against Decatur in the 4 o'clock slot. Calallen originally was supposed to play Decatur at 4 when the original schedule came out. But I believe it was that next morning, later that evening, Coach Lentz got the call. Then we got the text that their game got moved to 7 against Aubrey. And the count will stay at 2-2 with Fuller shooting that one foul. Nonetheless, Coach Lentz and the Lady Wildcats ready to roll. The team came in yesterday evening. San Benito was here. They're taking in the scenery. Got to talk with Coach Elias Martinez and his crew before the game. They're actually right beneath us here in the press box. The 2-2 pitch. And again, just foul tipped that one, and a lengthy at-bat for the leadoff batter, Fuller. Santa Gertrudis made it to the state championship but fell just shy to Coahoma. Hannah Wells was the MVP and our player of the game. Belted that 2-run shot in the 7th. Was essentially the cherry on top. And they foul that one off again, and a very good disciplined at-bat from Keely Fuller. She's the starting second baseman with the stirrups. Takes her time, steps back into the box as Fuller. Cherry in the on-deck circle. Almaraz and Bailey all creeping in. The 2-2 will try it again. Swing and a miss. And a half-hearted swing. And there's that first out.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Tamia Cherry.
Tamia Cherry will now dig into the box. Another sophomore on this club, hitting just north of 400. Cherry with the open stance from the right side. Came up empty on that swing and miss. Thibodeau with the off speed. Thibodeau just 14 years old, and she never played any higher than 14U. So she's played 14U, 12U, 8U. Never played any higher competition than 14U. So it's really impressive to see what the freshman has done this year at the varsity level. That pitch misses high for ball 1. I'm always going to go back to the story last year when Thibodeau was in junior high. Caden Trevino, Audrina Almaraz. The freshman class all came to watch Calallen against Toloso Midway in a game that Calallen wound up losing. The 1-1 pitch. Thibodeau darts it in there for a strike 2 looking. Never have I seen a group of 8th graders pay so much attention to a softball game, you know, with the cell phones and the TikTok and the distractions. But Thibodeau, Trevino, and Almaraz, they were locked in. They were locked into that ball game. That pitch misses high for ball 2. It's an even count. So you saw the determination there. After the game, Coach Lentz spoke, with the varsity, and then she made her way around the dugout, and right there was Thibodeau and the rest of the team, and they listened to every single word that Coach Lentz said. The 2-2 pitch, Cherry fouls it off. So from there on, I knew that there was going to be a batch of freshmen that are going to be coming up. And it was just so impressive for a group of 8th graders to pay so much attention to detail and covering Coach Lentz over the past few years. That's one thing she has a big emphasis on, is just the little things, the details. The 2-2 pitch misses, and it's ball 3. And anytime I can, I'll pick her brain. Certainly a lot of softball knowledge between the years from Coach Lentz, but that freshman class from Calallen, certainly a special one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thibodeau deals, sharply hit past the outstretched glove of Almaraz, and that is a 1-out single. So Cherry, like Fuller, worked that count full and fouled off a lot of tough pitches.
Now batting third baseman number 12, Brindley Duncan.
Brindley Duncan will now come to the plate. 3, 4, 5, the teeth of the order coming up for Aubrey, as Alana Almaraz comes over and has a quick word with her freshman. First pitch to Duncan, well outside, ball 1. 398 average on the year for Duncan. Mountain Geyer playing about midway. Double play depth. Bailey and Almaraz on the corners. And now again, Almaraz comes over to the circle. Thibodeau wipes the sweat from her eyes. And from the bag at second base to the left side of the infield, it's all shadows. Caden Trevino covered by the shadows, swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Flores in center and Gomez out in right, blessed by the sun, along with Mounts. So again, it's yet to see it play a factor, but certainly the sun is out and we're seeing the shadows, obviously something we haven't seen all day because of the time of the day. The 2-1 picked by Thibodeau. This could be 2-1, 6-3 twin killer and an inning-ending double play. Jordan Thibodeau whips off her mask and gets some handshakes and high fives, and a rare 1-6-3 double play, an inning-ending double play. We've played one. We head to the second. No score.
Fans, be sure and download the UIL State Championship app for schedules, results, and more, all available on your smartphone. Search UIL State in the iTunes or Android App Store today. Fans, we are where you are.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back. Top of the second inning. Kevin Naro on the play-by-play. Thanks for joining us here on Rio Sports Live. 5, 6, 7 the order up, and the lone senior in the starting lineup, Rihanna Rodella, will lead it off. She is also the designated player. Riri takes the first pitch, high for ball one. Be sure to follow us on our social media sites at Rio Sports Live, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll find the audio broadcast as Rodella takes a first pitch looking for strike one. And be sure to download the app on your Apple device or your Android. Ground ball to the third base side. Sets her feet, makes a clean throw.
Brenda Duncan, Molly Reed, out number one.
And Duncan makes the play on a 5-3 putout, and there's one down.
Now batting for Calallen, pitcher number 7, Jordan Thibodeau.
Jordan Thibodeau comes to the plate. That pitch well outside for ball one to Thibodeau. (19-2) on the year for Thibodeau. 307 average for the freshman. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing and miss from Thibodeau. So her in the freshman class, again, certainly brought some waves to the program. Her first home run of the year was an absolute bomb at home. And that's when the Calallen faithful knew, yep, we got something special in Thibodeau. High and in for ball two. Well, her and Braylon Bailey are, in fact, cousins. And Jordan's younger sister and BB's younger sister, both 7th graders, play on the same travel team together. Those two will be here in a few years. The 2-1 pitch in tight, 3-1. And the not the rumors, but the word through the grapevine is that they're going to be pretty darn good. So just to think in 2 years where that will be and where the team is at now. 3-1 pitch. Again, a big swing and miss. It's 3-2, or check that. Thibodeau goes down swinging. And Cherry gets the strikeout. There are 2 down. Now Braylon Bailey will come to the plate. Bailey hit that opposite field home run in the one-gamer against Bernie. Also had a double in the win. She was our player of the game. Brought to you by Economy Awards. Special shout-out to my buddy Mario Alvarado and everyone down there at Economy Awards. All the medals, trophies, and plaques you see at our showcases, that you see in our post-game, all provided by Economy Awards. The 1-0, good pitch and an even better swing from Bailey, but she just fouled it back. It's a ball and a strike. Two down in the inning. One ball and one strike. Abby Buxton, the starting catcher, takes that one in for a called strike 2. Maya Cherry, the starting pitcher, in case you're just tuning in. Bree Jones, the center fielder. Defensively, that's up the middle for Aubrey. The 1-2 from Cherry. Whips it home. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cherry in a clean 1-2-3 inning. And Cherry, after the leadoff walk to start this ball game off, she has retired 6 straight. Midway through the second, Buxton, Weir, and Jones, 4, 5, 6, the order due up. For Aubrey, when we come back, bottom half of the second, you're listening to Real Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
See art or create it. On South Padre Island, that's as hard as it gets. Visit sopadre.com.
My son Leo just graduated from high school, but also with his associate degree from Texas Southmost College at no cost at all. Not having that financial burden was so helpful to our family. That's 2 years we did not have to pay for.
All of my TSC credits transferred to UTRGV, and I am so grateful to go into my major debt-free.
Welcome back, bottom of the second. Again, thanks for joining us here from our state capital, Austin, Texas. Red and Charlene McCombs Field, the site of the state tournament. Abby Buxton to lead it off. 4, 5, 6. First pitch swinging, and that one is roped right back up the middle. And a leadoff single for Buxton.
Now batting right fielder number 10, Brooklyn Weir.
Brooklyn Weir will now come to the plate. .407 on the year for the junior right fielder. Coming around a bunt, couldn't get it. That ball trickles into right. But Rylan Gomez, good backup there, came in to bring in that ball. Otherwise, Buxton could have been standing aboard on second. One ball and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the Calallen infield anticipating the bunt. So now there aren't any shadows. There's clouds covering the sun. Sun also should be setting here soon. Lights are on. The bunt is down. Bailey makes the throw over to second. Geyer covering, and they get the out. See, that helps when you're a lefty, because Bailey came up and she's already looking towards the bag at second. It's a harder play to make if you're a right-hander. But Bailey, a lefty, picked it up and was already looking at second base and made a very easy throw. So Weir reaches on a fielder's choice. First pitch in there looking for strike one. Now Bree Jones will come to the plate. I'm a lefty myself, so I can pick up on the things that lefties can do and the things that are harder for lefties to do, like play second base and trying to turn a double play. A hard hit ball, left center. It's going to one hop in front of Mia Flores, and it's going to be first and second. So a couple of hard hit balls here from Aubrey. Weir to second. Jones is on first.
Now batting left fielder number 9, Abby Hammett.
Abby Hammett now to the plate, batting in the 7th spot. So there's some traffic on the base paths here for Aubrey. Bottom of the second, no score. Thibodeau takes her time, right foot on the rubber. Lamar Lopez, Mark Razzo, Bianca Pesina, and Angel Davidson all on the staff for Coach Teresa Lentz. Coach Pesina calling the pitches for Calallen. As Thibodeau gets the sign from Pesina, checks her wristband, sets the 0-1. Hammett shoots that one foul. It's 0-2. Hammett with a .287 average. One of few seniors on this team. Both teams limited on seniors. Handful of juniors and sophomores on the off speed. Floater to right. Gomez is there, makes the catch. There are 2 away. And the runners stay put. Carmen Alexander, the designated player, will now dig in with 2 away. Alexander, a sophomore, batting .293, listed as a catcher and a third baseman. Tonight, she is a designated player, batting in the 8th spot. 2 down. Calallen trying to work their way out of some minimal trouble here with runners on first and second. Thibodeau whips it in. First pitch, shoots it foul to Bailey, and it's 0-1. Speaking of the family matters as well, Coach Pesina is also related to Caden Trevino. They're cousins, just like Bailey and Thibodeau. The 0-1, and it's 0-2. Coach Lentz, her niece, out in center field. That's Mia Flores. And then you have the Almaraz sisters at third and behind the plate. Now, Almaraz, Audrina, that is, started the year at first base. Here's the 0-2 from Thibodeau. Fires it in there. Just misses, says the home plate umpire, Joe Johnson. A 3-man crew here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Rise ball, and it's 2-2. So now Thibodeau takes off the mask. And Audrina Almaraz walks over to the circle. And we saw this against Bernie, where Jordan Thibodeau just had to take a breath, take a minute 2 balls, 2 strikes. Geyer and Almaraz chatting it up on the left side of the infield. Mounts and Bailey doing the same. Adrina puts her mask back on and walks now behind the plate, getting the signs from Pesina. And Thibodeau rolls up her sleeves, plays with the dirt. Checks her sleeve, glove back on. Just to breathe in and out for the young right-hander. The 2-2. This is high for ball 3. Third base is open. So a walk here would load the bases for Aubrey. Lights on here at Red and Charlene McCombs Field. 2 outs, 2 strikes. The runners are going to be going. And they foul it off, and the count sticks at 3-2. And a good at-bat from Alexander. Maya Cherry, waiting in the on-deck circle. 9-1-2 the order up for Aubrey. And they would love nothing more here to turn this lineup over and generate some offense here in the home half of the second. All these hitters, 1 through 7, 1 through 8, what we've seen so far, they're battling Thibodeau and the count. 3-2, we'll try it again. The pitch called strike 3, got her looking, and Jordan Thibodeau again, a sigh of relief for the Calallen faithful. Aubrey strands 2, we've played 2, we head to the third. No score. When we come back, you're listening to Rio Sports Live.
Is proud to be the official ball of the UIL, located in
Hija, tomorrow's your quinceañera. I need you to call your padrinos and tell them thank you for the salon, the tamales, the dress, el DJ.
Ay, Ama, you called them. I didn't even want a quinceañera in the first place. I would have preferred to have gone to Paris instead.
I will, fine. I'm gonna give you your surprise gift early.
Huh?
Guess what? You're going to Paris.
How?
Well, I've been saving mucho dinero all year in insurance thanks to Pronto Insurance.
Let's just skip the quinceañera and go straight to Paris.
Call your padrinos right now.
Okay.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Been feeling a little stressed lately? Luckily, South Padre Island has plenty of Or maybe you'd rather have some aww. Now that you think about it, it's been a long time since you've had a good How will you ever decide? Choosing what to do on South Padre Island? That's as hard as it gets. Visit SoPadre.com.
Welcome back. Top of the third. No score in the Class 4A state semifinals. And Mackenzie Mounts will step into the box, batting from the left-handed side of the plate. Lays down the bunt, but it's foul. Mounts, a multi-sport athlete who also plays basketball for Calallen. Is the starting second baseman. And Mounts originally was in the 2 spot, and Flores was in the 9 spot. So a little bit of a shakeup in the Lady Cat order, as Mounts with a swing and miss. Mounts in the 8 spot, and Caden Trevino, who is in the on-deck circle, has stepped up in a mighty way for the Lady Wildcats. She's in the 9 spot, and the 0-2 to Mounts. It's high for ball 1. Mackenzie, otherwise known as Pickle, takes that pitch high, 1 ball and 2 strikes, and back comes the sun. Blanketed out in right field. The 1-2, Mounts, chopper, pass to the outstretched glove and into center. Mounts on her horse, and a leadoff double for Mackenzie Mounts. And Bree Jones, the center fielder, was shaded to her right. And that ball from Mounts found its way through the 4-hole, and Jones had to sprint back from her right to the left. And that allowed Mounts to be aboard on a double. If she's playing straightaway center, I think they cut that off, and that's just your basic textbook single. But because where Jones was lined up, shaded to her right, that allowed Mounts, who has speed, to make the turn. And she's standing aboard with a leadoff double. And now Caden Trevino with a half-hearted swing just gets a piece of it. And it's 0-1 on the foul tip from Caden Trevino, who, now while Mounts was out during basketball season, early in the year, Caden Trevino was playing second base, and she worked her way into the starting 9 for Coach Lentz. The 0-1, high for ball 1. Trevino was playing so well that it's a good thing to have. It's a good problem to have, that where are you going to put her? Where are you going to find her? Where are you going to stick her in the lineup? Because she was playing so well, and she has made a home out in left field. The 1-1. Trevino fouls it back. It's 1-2. Certainly a lot of depth for Coach Teresa Lentz. We've seen Caitlin Tagle and Angie Vela get some playing time, and a lot of depth on that Calallen bench. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trevino, the batter, with the open stance, batting from the left-handed side of the plate. Big swing and miss for the first out, and Trevino goes down swinging.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Megan Geyer.
And Megan Geyer will dig into the box, back to the top of the Calallen order. First pitch, strike 1. The 0-2 to Geyer. Lays down the bunt beautifully. Geyer sprinting down first. No one covering second. And a heads-up base running from Megan Geyer at second and third. I mean, that's just good softball right there. Megan Geyer sprinting out of the box. And right away, she saw no one was covering second and immediately took it without hesitation. And now time called from the Aubrey defense. There's going to be a meeting in the circle. Mounts to third. And Megan Geyer laid down that bunt beautifully. There was no throw. And Duncan, the third baseman, came in and picked it up. She didn't have a play at third, and because Geyer was just sprinting down the line, she didn't have a play there. And then no one was home at second base. And we saw 3 double plays yesterday, something you don't see too often, and then now a bunt double is what it's going to be scored. Just pure hustle there from Megan Geyer. And now Mia Flores will come to the plate. Coach Lentz had a chance to talk with Flores and her base runners, second and third. San Benito Lady Greyhounds, they are here. The infield playing in. Flores, beautiful bunt down the third base line. She's going to sprint down the first base line. Everybody's safe. And Mia Flores showing off the wheels. And that is an infield single for Mia Flores. And now Adriana Almaraz. A golden opportunity here with 1 out. Nowhere to put them for Aubrey. You can bet that Adriana is going to swing out of her cleats. First opportunity given, the pitch. Almaraz takes that high and away for ball 1. The infield all playing in. They're going to want to get that throw to the plate. It's going to be a force play. So the play is going to be at 4 with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Hard hit. That's going to split the gap. This one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Mount scores. Geyer scores. Rounding third. The relay not in time. A 3-run double for Audrina Almaraz.
A 3-run double for Calallen.
Welcome to the show, Audrina Almaraz, and a bases clearing double. You can hear the Calallen crowd.
Courtesy runner now for Calallen, number 2, Angelina Villa.
Angie Vela will be the courtesy runner for the catcher. Coach Lentz doing a little bit of coaching down on the third base box to her courtesy runner, Vela. And now Alana Almaraz, the older sister, will now dig into the box. First pitch high, ball 1. So Audrina clears the bases on a 3-run double. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, 2-0. That was a 1-0 count to Drini. And Drini is standing up on second base. The 2-0. And Almaraz late on that swing, pulls it well foul and out of play. It's 2 balls and a strike. Rihanna Rodella in the on-deck circle. Almaraz gonna try and score her sister from second. Check that, that's Vela. Base hit, fair ball, hugging down the third base line. Vela's round third, she's gonna score. And Alana Almaraz with an RBI double. Her sister put him in that spot. Got Vela out a courtesy run for her at second. And the Almaraz sisters having an impact here in the third.
Now batting the DP, number 25, Rihanna Rodella.
Now Rihanna Rodella will come to the plate. 4-0 Calallen on 5 hits, and this is the offense we've seen throughout the postseason. Rodella takes the first pitch, looking for strike 1. The Calallen Invitational earlier this year, we saw San Benito take part. We saw Santa Gertrudis play in that tournament. And, of course, Calallen, the host, all 3 of them here in Austin. Rodella fouled that one off. It's 0-2, and San Benito, again, they are here in attendance. And a beautiful evening for some softball. Coach Martinez said we were going to come out for the 4 o'clock game, but still a little too hot. So we'll go out and catch the 7 o'clock game, and let's go watch Calallen. Count sticks at 0-2 on that last foul ball. Good crowd on hand on both sides. Riri Rodella at the plate, the 0-2. Shoots it foul. Started her career at Corpus Christi Ray. Had some playoff success there. Went to the 3rd round of the playoffs and lost to Vanessa Quiroga and Corpus Christi Carroll. Quiroga, of course, now playing her ball here at Texas, along with one of their bitter rivals, Reese Atwood, who's a former Lady Cherokee. She, too, has also jump-started her career for the Longhorns. Rodella came over to Calallen, had to sit out her junior year. Has now taken in this state run. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 looking. And Rodella is out number 2. And now Jordan Thibodeau will come to the plate. The senior will hand the baton off to the freshman. Calallen would like one, maybe two more right here, and Thibodeau certainly has the pop in her bat. 4-0 Lady Wildcats.
Now batting pitcher number 7, Jordan Thibodeau.
Top of the third. And Thibodeau taking all the way. Fastball beams in there for strike one. Thibodeau, Bailey, and Mounts. 6, 7, 8. Mounts led the inning off. Thibodeau showing bunt. Interesting enough, she goes around. It's 0-2. Coach Lentz encouraging her just to settle in. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Thibodeau goes down swinging, but Calallen strikes for 3 on a 3-run double from Audrina Almaraz. Alana Almaraz follows with an RBI double. 4 runs come across to score here in the top of the third. Midway through the third, 9-1-2, the order up for Aubrey. When we come back, you're listening to Rio Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Welcome back. Bottom of inning number 3. Calallen 4, Aubrey nothing on this audio broadcast. Kevin Naro on the play-by-play here to take you home. First pitch swinging, ground ball fielded on a hop is Bailey. She'll apply the tag, and in one pitch, there is one down. Cherry is retired. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know where you are tuning in from. For the Calallen fans and the Calallen faithful. Keely Fuller. Back to the top of the order we go. We'll dig in. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch swinging. No balls and a strike. Top of the order up for Aubrey. Second time through the order. The 0-1, Fuller with a check swing. She went around. Says the home plate umpire, Joe Johnson. It's 0-2 with one down. Tamia Cherry waiting in the on-deck circle. The infield coming in for Calallen. The 0-2 chops it foul. So in case you're just tuning in, Caden Trevino is in left. Mia Flores is in center. And Rylan Gomez is out in right. A freshman and 2 juniors on the infield. Alana Almaraz, a junior, is at third. Geyer is also a junior playing the shortstop position. High for ball 1. Mackenzie Mounts, also a junior, playing second base. Braylon Bailey, the freshman, on the first base side. Jordan Thibodeau and Audrina Almaraz, the battery, also a pair of freshmen. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 away. Fuller now 0 for 2 this evening with a pair of strikeouts.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Tamia Cherry.
Tamia Cherry will now come to the plate. 2 down with Duncan in the on-deck circle. Cherry 1 for 1 with a single. Fouls it back. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. That's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, so San Benito will be playing at 4 o'clock tomorrow. We will be back for that. The 0-2 shoots it foul, stays alive in the count. Coach Elias Martinez is making his 3rd trip back here to the state tournament. Got here in 13 and in 15. And it's a big deal because in 2013, San Benito was the first Valley team to reach the state tournament. Here's the 0-2. Cherry fouls it back, well out of play. San Benito is here for a 3rd time, and we've only had 2 different softball teams from the RGV make the state tournament. Weslaco did it in 16. Rio Hondo and 4A made it to the region final in 2017. Weslaco made it to the region final last year. Here's the 0-2 from Thibodeau. Spins it in. That one just missed. Almaraz tried framing it as good. And she's now looking back at the home plate umpire, Joe Johnson. That one just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cherry, again, another impressive at-bat from the top of the order from Aubrey. The 1-2 with 2 down. That one a smidge off the plate and a little high, just for the liking of home plate umpire Joe Johnson. That last decade between 2010 and 2020 were some really good years for Valley softball. In between that, we saw teams from the Coastal Bend also make some noise here in Austin. That one fouled off and out of play. Of course, Santa Gertrudis bringing home the gold in 2018. Today they made their 5th appearance over the last 48 hours, really. Got that win yesterday in the state semis against Grandview. Fell today to Tacoma. Calallen trying to join the Lady Lions and bringing some hardware down to the Coastal Bend. The 2-2 will try it again. Thibodeau fires it in there. Ground ball on the hop, fielded by Geyer. Sets her feet, throws it over to first to Bailey. On a 2-2 pitch, a 6-3 putout. Thibodeau started to find her groove. She's retired 5 straight. We've played 3. We head to the 4th. It's going to be Bailey, Mounts, Trevino, all due up. When we head to the top half of the 4th, you're listening to Rio Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th and a 4-0 lead We're in Austin, so why not play a little George Strait? Texas forever. Softball state championship logo up on the big board. Conference 4A state semifinal with the Calallen and Aubrey logo. Braylon Bailey to lead it off. Bottom half of the order. First pitch looking to BB for strike one. No balls and a strike. Bailey 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Calallen tagged Aubrey for 4 runs. Let's see how they respond. Bailey trying to bunt, shoots it right back up. And they are there to make the catch for out number 1. Abby Buxton, the catcher, didn't have to do much to make that catch.
Now batting second baseman, number 8, Mackenzie Mounts.
Mackenzie Mounts will come to the plate. First pitch to Mounts, misses for ball 1, the 1-0. And Mounts gets a piece of it, and it's 1-1. Caden Trevino in the on-deck circle. Cherry takes the sign, sets the 1-1 pitch, and Mounts a ground ball to the shortstop. Hard throw over to first. Her foot's off the bag, and Mounts is going to be safe. Would look to have been an out. Molly Reed could not keep her foot on the bag. That's going to be a throwing error in my book on the shortstop. Tamia Cherry, that throw was wide. So Mounts will reach on an error. And now Caden Trevino will come to the plate with 1 down and a runner on. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Mounts took a comfortable lead, then retreats back to the bag at first. Double play depth for the middle infield. 1 ball, no strikes to Trevino. The pitch. That is high and an easy take there for Caden. Megan Geyer waiting in the on-deck circle. Barring a double play, Geyer can get her third at-bat here in the top half of the 4th. Trevino pops it up. Cherry takes about 3 steps back, makes the catch in the circle. Mounts slides back to the bag safely. So Trevino is now 0 for 2. Top of the lineup up, and it's Megan Geyer. Geyer 1 for 1 with a walk in the first, and had that bunt double and caught the Aubrey defense napping. She later scored a run, a part of that 4-run inning. Fastball high and tight, ball 1. .86 degrees. Geyer popped up, middle of the infield, there to make the catch for out. Number 3 was Tamia Cherry, so Geyer is retired. They strand 1, they work around the error midway through the 4th. 4-0, Calallen leads when we come back.
Escucha. Prontísimo. Flexible.
Insurance for all your
Barato.
You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing near you? Hello?
Accesible.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
We are La Feria, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Roll Pride.
When you study local at Texas Southmost College, you can choose from over 50 associate degree programs, certificates, and workforce training programs. Register now for summer and fall classes and study local at Texas Southmost College.
Today,
welcome back. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Thanks for tuning in to Rio Sports Live. The Class 4A state semifinals. The Calallen Lady Wildcats taking on Aubrey. The Chaparrals. District 11 4A. Strike one. So middle of the order up. Duncan will lead it off. She's behind in the count. The 0-1 from Thibodeau. That pitch whipped right in there, high and tight. And you know, in baseball, you see that when batters like to crowd the plate. That's a lost art these days, but Thibodeau delivers the 1-1. That pitch skips in the dirt. It's 2-1. Almaraz out to have a talk with Thibodeau. Walks back behind the plate. 34-7 for Aubrey coming into the state tournament. The 2-1 misses inside, and it's ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. Liner right to the shortstop, Megan Geyer. She snags it for out number 1. Abby Buxton now to the plate. Seven shutouts this postseason for Aubrey. That's been wiped away this evening with a 4-run third for Calallen. Buxton 1 for 1 with a single, left-handed side of the plate. And Thibodeau fires in a fastball, and it's looking for strike one. You heard that glove pop from up here. Van Alstyne is who Aubrey beat in the region final, 7-2 in a one-gamer. They played Sulphur Springs in the Sweet 16, and they lost game 1 of that series 3-0. Then came back to win the next two, 1-0 in game 2 and 1-0 in game 3. In the third round, they swept Venus with no problem, 12-0, 13-0. The same with Kennedale in the area round with a 10-0 win and a 16-0 win. 1-1 misses low and in, and in the, feels like a light years ago, but back in the bi-district round, they beat Dallas Hutchins 16-0. So this was an Aubrey team steamrolling right through the postseason. You know, a lot like Calallen. They met Port Isabel in the bi-district round, a team down from the Valley. That 2-1 misses high and in. Here's the 3-1 from Thibodeau. The pitch with one out. And that's a called strike. Catches the outside corner. And a generous call there from home plate umpire Joe Johnson. I feel like the more you say the home plate umpire's name, that's not a good thing. A lot like a defensive back in football. If you're saying the DB's name a whole lot, that's not a good thing. Ground ball right back to Thibodeau. falls into the hands of Alana Almaris and fires it over to first and in time, and a 1-5-3 put-out. That ball went off the glove of Thibodeau, and Alana Almaris, quick on her feet, fielded it off the rebound and made a clean throw to first and got Buxton in the nick of time. So a lot like Aubrey, the road to state was like this for Calallen, a 12-0 thumping in a one-gamer against Port Isabel. Then they blew past Sinton in the area round, 17-3, 11-1. Thibodeau's pitch misses for ball one. Brooklyn Wire, the batter, reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. Wire calls time, steps out of the box, a couple of practice swings, and love to be a fly on the wall with that conversation with Audrina Almaraz and Joe Johnson, the home plate umpire. In the third round, Calallen played their district rival Toloso Midway. And if Calallen was looking to make a statement, they certainly did it there. 19-1 and 13-3. They foul that one off, and it's 1-1. Then came Needville in the Sweet 16, a 2-1 win in Game 1, and then a 5-3 win in Game 2, and that was Alana Almaraz, who hit the walk-off home run to send Calallen back to the region final, where they handled Bernie quite easily in an 8-1 win last week in Jerdington. 2 balls and a strike. Bernie electing to go one-gamers for a majority of their postseason run. 3 out of the 4 first rounds were all one-gamers. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down to the batter, Weir. Low and in, and it's 3-1. So Thibodeau has had some pretty good command throughout this ball game, and now time called again, and Thibodeau and Almaraz out having a chat in the front of that circle. Thibodeau able to get the first 2 outs. This inning she struggled a little bit with her command, falling behind in counts. So Thibodeau again takes her time. Plays with the dirt a little bit. And see, this is where there's no pitch clock. I love it. You know, in baseball, we were seeing the pitch clock. Not a fan of it. These are the things that, you know, they're just a part of baseball. They're a part of softball. That time in between. There's no clock telling you to hurry up. Pitch violation. None of that. Three balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Ground ball again. Wire reached on a fielder's choice and was stranded on second her last time up in the second inning. Bree Jones is 1 for 1. She waits in the on-deck circle. You don't jinx the pace of play. You don't jinx no-hitters. And, you know, way back when, you know, baseball, softball, they go hand in hand. That pitch misses low and in, and ball 4. And the first walk issued by Thibodeau. And Bree Jones will come to the plate. There were no clocks then. There should be no clocks now. But softball, of course, the game just naturally has a quicker pace. 43 feet from the rubber to the plate, 60 feet from home to the bag at first. Ground ball on the hop is Geyer, flips it over to Mounts covering. And in one pitch, Thibodeau washes away the 2-out walk.
Out number 3. Aubrey in the bottom of the 4th.
No score. Halfway home, we head to the 5th. Calallen 4, Aubrey nothing. When we come back, you're listening to Real Sports Live.
But what should you do first? A big breakfast with friends sounds pretty good. But you really wanted to paddle out and see the sunrise from the water.
breakfast or boarding your breakfast? How about boarding, then breakfast? That was easy. Choosing what to do on South Padre Island. That's as hard as it gets. Visit SoPadre.com. Today's gonna be a big day on
We are
South
the
Padre
NFHS.
Island, but what
That
should you do
stands for the
first?
National Federation
A
of
big
State High
breakfast
School
with friends sounds pretty
Associations.
good.
But really, what we stand for,
really wanted to
together
paddle
with
out
the
and see the sunrise
UIL,
from the
are the
water.
825,000
Breakfast or
high school
boarding or
sports and
breakfast?
performing arts students in Texas.
How about boarding,
And
then
so, we
breakfast?
stand. We stand
That
for
was
the
easy.
runners, debate
Choosing what
team
to do
members,
on
and
South
basketball
Padre
players.
Island. That's
We
as hard
stand
as it
for their
gets.
coaches,
Visit
officials, and
SoPadre.com.
adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform.
Welcome back.
Leading off for Calallen, center fielder number 6, Mia Flores.
Top of the 5th, Mia Flores lays down the bunt. Cherry, throw is offline. Flores loses her footing, so she's going to stay aboard on first. And that's going to be a throwing error as Mia Flores is aboard. The leadoff batter, and now the big bat of Audrina Almaraz had that bases clearing double. 3 RBIs to her name. She's 1 for 2. High for ball 1. Almaraz flirting with a bunt. Duncan at third came crashing in. Both her and Reed on the corners, and Almaraz pulls this one well foul, had the distance. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Almaraz brimming with confidence as the freshman. The 1-1 pitch. That's a big swing right there from Almaraz. It's 1-2. She had one thing on her mind, and that was to send it over the left field wall where that Texas logo is at. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball into the 6 hole, and that's a base hit into left. And Audrina Almaraz continues to swing a hot bat. Flores to second. Audrina to first, and now Alana Almaraz will come to the plate. Alana is 1 for 2. A pop-up to Cherry in the first inning. RBI double to her name in the third. And now time in the circle from James Ramsey. Aubrey with a meeting in the circle that all their infield gathered in. And Coach Teresa Lentz having a chat with her base runners and Alana Almaraz. So a 4-run inning in the third has been the difference so far. It was Audrina Almaraz with a bases clearing double, followed by the RBI double from Alana Almaraz, scoring the courtesy runner Angelina Vela.
For Calallen, first base number 2, Angelina Vela.
And Vela again will be the courtesy runner at first for the younger Almaraz. And now Alana will dig into the box. Alana showing bunt with nobody down. No balls and a strike. Both Flores and Vela were going about halfway between that pitch. And Lonnie takes that pitch high. It's ball one. One ball and one strike. The 1-1 pitch. High pop-up and well foul. And that will bounce onto the roof of the practice facility here to our left. One ball and two strikes. The 1-2. That is well outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodella in the on-deck circle. Thibodeau waiting in the hole. The 2-2 pitch. And Alana Almadas rips that one well foul. That one's well over the practice facility and rolls a couple blocks. Almadas pulled on that fastball, well foul. We'll try it again. The 2-2, got to straighten it out. And she does. Sends it to center for out number 1. The catch is made. Bree Jones, the center fielder, didn't have to do much to make that catch out in center. Now Rihanna Rodella will come to the plate. She's 0 for 2. A ground out to the third baseman in the second, struck out in the third. Riri has had a hard time at the plate as of late for the Lady Cats. Would love nothing more to drive in a couple of runs. The lone senior in the starting lineup for Calallen. Here's the 1-0. It's a ball and a strike to Rodella. The 1-1. And Cherry dots that fastball in there. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to Rodella. Swing and a miss. Goes to the rise ball, and they are 2 away. And now Jordan Thibodeau comes to the plate. Thibodeau 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. He had a runner in scoring position in her last at-bat. Went down swinging. And Thibodeau would love to drive in a couple runs here. Certainly has the pop in her bat. First pitch away for ball 1. The 1-0. That's in there for strike 1, looking to Thibodeau. Twirls the bat around, steps out of the box, looks over to Coach Lentz on the third base box. The 1-1. And that fastball right there, that inside corner for strike 1. One ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. Just high for ball 2, and the count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2, Thibodeau pops it up foul, back and out of play and into the stands. count is even at 2-2. The 2-2 right down Broadway. Thibodeau thought that was missed, but that is a picture-perfect pitch from up here. Thibodeau 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but has a job to do in the circle. She's currently pitching a shutout on 3 hits. Midway through the 5th, 7, 8, 9. The order up for Aubrey. When we come back, you're listening to Real Sports Live.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play.
Vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Top of the 5th, Calallen came up empty. We moved to the home half of the 5th. And Aubrey looking to chip away. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back for strike 1. Abby Hammett to lead it off. She's 0 for 1 with a fly out to Rylan Gomez in right field. Back in the 2nd inning. No balls on a strike. Jordan Thibodeau struggling at the plate. But like I mentioned before we went to break, Thibodeau has a job to do. And so far, so good for the young right-hander. Misses high to Hammett. One ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 to Hammett. In on the hands, fly ball to center. Flores is on the run, corrals it, and there's 1 away.
Mia Flores, out number 1.
Carmen Alexander will now come to the plate. She is the designated player, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. San Benito, they're still here, and why not? Shout out to Coach Elias Martinez and his staff, Dulio Garza. Hard shot to center. Flores retreats back about 3 steps, 2 up and 2 down. Gilly Rodriguez. And that was a hard hit ball from Alexander, but sometimes you can hit the ball right on that sweet spot and hit it right to the fielder. That's just how the game works.
Number 3, Maya Cherry.
Maya Cherry will now come to the plate. 0 for 1 with a ground out to Bailey. Lazy fly ball to left, and that's going to be a little Texas leaguer and a 2-out single from Cherry. And at an age of exit velocity, that not a lot of velo off that bat there, but got the job done on a 2-out single. Launch angle, exit velocity, just a little too many stats these days, but
Now batting second baseman number 5, Keely Fuller.
Keely Fuller will flip it back to the top of the order. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in the first and in the third. And just the 4th hit surrendered by Thibodeau. Deals it, slices it foul for the slapper Fuller. 0-1. Home half of the fifth. The 0-1 inside, and that's ball one. The 1-1, Thibodeau misses off the plate, and it's 2-1. The 2-1, and shoots it foul, and the count will run even at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs with a runner on first for Aubrey. Fuller 0 for 2. Thibodeau trying to whiff her for the third time. High and tight, and it's 3-2. Fuller trying to avoid that vaunted golden sombrero. The 3-2. Called strike three looking, and Thibodeau whips off the mask, struts off the field, and got her looking for a called strike three. Third strikeout of the night for Fuller. She's 0 for 3. We've played 5. We head to the 6th. Thibodeau and company cruising. Calallen leads 4-0 when we come back. You're listening to Rio Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
Or at www.southwestemblem.com.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, pareadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th. 7-8-9, the order up for Coach Teresa Lentz and her Calallen Lady Wildcats. Starting to count outs if you are a Lady Wildcat fan. Cherry's pitch. First pitch, fouls it back. Oh, BB the batter. 0 for 2, a strikeout. And a pop-up to the catcher in her last at-bat. That was Abby Buxton, the starting catcher. The 0-1 from Cherry, upstairs, and it's even at 1-1. Bailey was our Economy Awards Player of the Game last week in their region final win against Bernie. The 1-1. Bailey, chopper to the right side of the infield, fielded on a hop, easy flip over to first, and a 4-3 putout with Keely Fuller making that clean play. Bailey retired 4-3, and now Mackenzie Mounts will come to the plate.
Now batting second baseman number 8, Mackenzie Mounts.
Mack reached on an error her last trip up. and then had that double, and that fastball is up and in for ball one. Mounts had a double and scored a run, a part of that 4-run third inning. Reached on the E6 and was stranded at first in the fourth. Mack ahead of the count, a ball and no strikes. Cherry whips it right in there. Jammed her up. Cherry drops it, picks it back up, sets her feet, fires over to first, stretching, making the catch for out number two. Cherry had to make that play quickly with the speed of Mounts. And now Caden Trevino will come to the plate. 2 up and 2 down. 5 straight retired now for Cherry. It was a fly out to center to Almaraz, and then got Rodella and Thibodeau at his fan. And then a 4-3 put out and a 1-3 put out. First pitch swinging, and that ball smoked down the left field line. Heads up. Joe Salinas down the third base line, and Caden Trevino ripped that one foul. Caden Trevino 0 for 2, a strikeout, and a pop-up to the pitcher, Cherry. And now Cherry takes a long walk behind the circle, flips the ball back to herself, grips the ball, whips it in. Hard hit ball, deep center field on the run, makes the catch in front of the track for out number 3. 6 straight retired for Cherry. And a clean 1-2-3 inning. Midway through the 6th, Calallen goes down quietly. They lead 4-0. You're listening to Real Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
We are the Wesco Lady Panthers, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
Date night on South Padre Island? No problem. You could hit the town and dance the night away. Or maybe you'd prefer some fun and games, like being a kid again. Party like a grown-up? Or a throwback to the good old days? Tough call. Luckily, either decision will be the right one. Choosing what to do on South Padre Island? That's as hard as it gets. Visit SoPadre.com.
We are Monte Alto, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
Do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
Insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Muriel. Hello?
Accesible.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more.
Welcome back. Bottom half of the 6th. Kevin Arrow again on the play-by-play. Here to drive you home. Tamia Cherry in the leadoff spot. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Thanks for joining us on this audio-only broadcast. The infield all creeping in. And that misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Calallen. No runs on 4 hits and 2 errors for Aubrey. Home half of the 6th. Lady Wildcats now 6 outs away from punching their ticket to the state final, where they'll have a date with Liberty. High for ball 3, and what would be a rematch from the 2021 state championship. Liberty got that win in 2021. And then earlier today, we saw Liberty pick up a 9-1 win against Decatur. And the Liberty offense, we got a good look at them. As that pitch nips the inside corner, it's 3-1. Holly Thomas, a 3-hit day. Bailey Slack, a 3-hit day. Abby Vickers, a 3-hit day. To the tune of a 14-hit performance from Liberty. Ground ball, backhanded by Almaraz at third. Fires over to Bailey, and a 5-3 putout.
Alana Almaraz.
Cherry is retired. Liberty, a well-oiled machine, winners of back-to-back state championships, won it all in 2018. They are 37-8 on the year. Brooklyn Taylor took the ball. She went the distance, giving up 1 run on 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 5, and had a pitch count at 82, so not too high when you look at it, considering the fact in all likelihood she'll turn around and do it again tomorrow as that first pitch misses inside for ball 1 to Braylon Duncan. Duncan grounded into that double play in the first and lined out to the shortstop Megan Geyer. The 1-0 from Thibodeau. And a hard hit ball but pulled foul. Had the distance. And the count goes even at 1-1. It was a 5-run third inning and a 2-run fourth, capped off by a 2-run 6 from Liberty in the 4 o'clock slot earlier today. Decatur able to get 1 run in the 7th on 4 hits, committing 1 error. Taylor, the winning pitcher. Time of that game was 1 hour and 50 minutes. The 1-1 pitch takes, and that's inside for ball 2. So a rather quick-paced ball game. Temperature in the mid-afternoon hours touched at 91. Right now we're at a mild 84 degrees in the month of June. The 2-1. High and in, 3 balls and a strike. Kaylee Bishop collected 2 hits. So 4 different starters for Liberty. All had a multi-hit game in their 9-1 thumping of Decatur earlier today. The winner here will have a date with Liberty. Ground ball picked by Geyer. Over to first, and a fine 6-3 putout by the junior shortstop. 2 away.
Bailey out number 2.
Abby Buxton to the plate, 1 for 2 tonight.
Batting catcher number 14, Abby Buxton.
Buxton, a left-handed hitter, had a single her first trip up. First pitch swinging, base hit, back up the middle.
Abby Buxton, single.
And a 2-out single from Buxton. Brooklyn Wire will now come to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning and walked in the 4th.
Now batting right fielder number 10, Brooklyn Weir.
Now Thibodeau with a 2-out base runner. First pitch swinging, fly ball to right, but that's going to land just foul. Gomez gave chase out there in right. Be sure to follow us on our social media sites at Real Sports Live on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure to download the app on your Apple device or your Android, the Real Sports Live app. It's free. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Throw down to first. Bailey applies the tag, but it's not in time. Got some 7-on-7 going on down in the valley. The 0-2 popped up right side of the infield. Who wants it? Geyer calls him off, and that's easy pickings. The fly out to Megan Geyer. They work around the 2-out single. We go to the top of the 7th. Calallen leads this one 4-0.
No errors, 1 base runner left.
When we come back, you're listening to Real Sports Live.
Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
My son Leo just graduated from high school, but also with his associate degree from Texas Southmost College at no cost at all. Not having that financial burden was so helpful to our family. That's 2 years we did not have to pay for.
All of my TSC credits transferred to UTRGV, and I am so grateful to go into my major debt-free.
Welcome back. Top of the order up for the Lady Wildcats, Megan Geyer, Mia Flores, and Audrina Almaraz. All to lead it off here in the top of the 7th. Lady Wildcats would love some insurance runs. They have a 4-run lead here in the 7th. Some youngsters enjoying that cubic shuffle down there.
Leading off for Calallen, shortstop number 1, Megan Geyer.
Geyer 1 for 1, a double, a run scored, a walk, and a fly out to the shortstop, all to her name. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Geyer takes that high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Megan, a blend of a natural hitter, but has also mastered the slap game. The 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. We've seen Megan pull a couple of balls and send them over the fence. She hit a grand slam earlier this year against Bishop. And I myself have seen Geyer hit home runs last year in the state semis against Iowa Park. And that's going to be a ball deep in the 6th hole, and the play made by the shortstop, the throw down to first, not in time. And that's an infield single for Megan Geyer. Tamia Cherry made that play right up the middle.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Mia Flores.
And now Mia Flores will come to the plate. Flores lays down the bunt. And it's foul. I'll reshuffle my scoreboard there. No balls and a strike. Mia Flores at the plate. Inside, and it's 1-1. Flores reached on an error her last trip up. An infield single and a run scored in the 3rd, and grounded out on a 1-3 put out back in the 1st. The 1-1 pops it up. The play made on the 3rd base side, there to make the catch, and there's 1 down. Duncan, the 3rd baseman, was ready for that pop-up as she came crashing in, with Flores trying to bunt her way on.
Now batting catcher number 17, Audrina Almaraz.
Now Audrina Almaraz will come to the plate. 2 for 3 is Almaraz. A single, a ground out on a 5-3 putout, and the big swing, and that's been the difference so far, was that bases clearing double in the 3rd. Chases that pitch low and away. Looked like the screwball from up here. Drini just a little too anxious at the plate right there. Relatively a disciplined hitter. Not going to chase much. Check swing. They're going to check on the first base side. First base umpire says no, she did not go. And that's Bruce Beats down on the first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. That is well high out of the zone and an easy take there for Almaraz. The 2-1. Hard hit ball, right center field. That one's deep. It's got a shot. That one hops off the top of the wall. Almaraz just missed a 2-out blast, hit the opposite field. Her second double of the night. Second and third. And just the strength from Audrina Almaraz to send that one 212 off the wall. And oh so missed a 2-run shot. And Audrina Almaraz flexing some muscle. And Vela again will be the courtesy runner in for her on second. And that ball just missed. That one hit the top of the wall.
Courtesy runner number 2.
212 out in right center. So now Calallen in business. Second and third, 1 out. And Alana Almaraz has put on a couple of good swings. She's 1 for 3, an RBI double. First pitch looking for strike 1. She gave it a ride in her last at-bat. Flew out to deep center in the 5th, right in front of the warning track in dead center. 220 to dead center, 212 in the alleyways, 200 both left and right field down the foul line. And Almaraz, a lazy fly ball to left, there to make the catch for out number 2. And Lonnie is retired. And the throw down to second, catching Vela napping, but she slides back in safely. And the sacrifice fly from Almaraz as Geyer tagged up. Almaraz with a productive at-bat, drives in a run. It's 5-0 Calallen on the sac fly. Now Kaylee Lopez will grab a bat. And will bat in the 5 spot for Rodella, who was 0 for 3. Strike looking, and it's 1-1. So the Lady Wildcats scratch across 1 insurance run here in the 7th via the sac fly from Almaraz. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down. Vela, the courtesy runner, on second. The 2-1 pitch. Foul tip into the glove, and it's 2-2. When we head to the home half of the 7th, it's going to be Jones, Hammett, and Alexander. 6, 7, 8, the order up for Aubrey. The 2-2 pitch on the way, spins it home, misses above the letters, and it's 3-2. Three-two pitch in on the hands, ground ball, right side of the infield. They tap on the bag. That's Reed for out number 3. Calallen strands 1, but they do get a run on the board on the sacrifice fly from Alana Almaraz. It's 5-0 Calallen, and now they are 3 outs away from heading back to the state championship. When we come back, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Real Sports Live, powered by T-Mobile.
We are Wesco East, and we're watching Real Sports Live. East side, strong side.
Our Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Fruya, we're what's next now.
When you study local at Texas Southmost College, you can choose from over 50 associate degree programs, certificates, and workforce training programs. Register now for summer and fall classes and study local at Texas Southmost College.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th and a last shot for Aubrey to put together a comeback. 6, 7, 8, the order up. It's going to be Bree Jones, Abby Hammett, and Carmen Alexander here in the home half of the 7th. Kevin Aro on the play-by-play. Thanks for listening to Rio Sports Live. A special thank you to Coach Teresa Lentz and her staff for always welcoming us into her ballpark throughout the year. Jones steps in. She has a single back in the 2nd inning. That pitch inside, ball 1. Looked like it got Jones from up here, but that's in there for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Open stance for Jones. Thibodeau deals. Misses low for ball 2. So a full day of softball, don't mind me. 1 o'clock first pitch earlier this afternoon with Santa Gertrudis. Covered that game in the state championship, then was able to sit back and watch Liberty and Decatur in the state semifinals on the other side of the bracket. That pitch is inside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Sometimes it's cool just to sit back and take a little bit of a break, a small lunch. Kind of take in the atmosphere and then back to work for the 7 o'clock first pitch. Calallen and Aubrey. The 3-0, and that misses ball 4. So a leadoff walk. And Abby Hammett will come to the plate. She's 0 for 2. So 2 years ago in the state semis, that game wound up getting pushed to around 7 o'clock. Originally scheduled for a morning slate, but weather had other ideas. The game kept getting pushed back and pushed back, ultimately to where the games were not played here at Red and Charlene McCombs Field. There's a ground ball to the second baseman, Mackenzie Mounts. The runner will take second, but Calallen will gladly exchange that for an out. Mounts on a 4-3 putout to retire Hammett. And now Carmen Alexander, the designated player, will come to the plate. We wound up going to Georgetown that evening, and a wild 10-9 win against Iowa Park. Calallen survived a 2-out grand slam from Iowa Park to make it a 1-run game to punch their ticket to the state championship, where they eventually fell to Liberty. And now they're on the doorstep from a rematch from 2021. 2 outs away. The 0-1 from Thibodeau deals. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. Even in the championship game against Liberty, we were stuck with a rain delay. Not quite as crazy as it was in the semis the day before, where we wound up in Georgetown. So this is kind of a first for most of these girls that are making their state appearance. Popped up on the off speed. Thibodeau reaching back, making the catch, 2 away.
Jordan Thibodeau, out number 2.
Thibodeau just kind of reached up backwards and made that catch. Thibodeau about a healthy 5'11", made that easy. Maroon and white all on their feet to our right. Calallen 1 out away. They can taste it. Runner on second. Cherry at the plate. 2 down. First pitch in there for strike 1. Thibodeau and the Lady Wildcats trying to punch their ticket to Saturday's championship. The 0-1. Upstairs, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swung on, hard hit ball, deep left center. Flores on the run. That's going to 1-hop off the wall. This will score a run. And that's an RBI double for Cherry. And there goes the shutout. The Chaparrals are on the board. What do they say? The last out is always the hardest. That 27th out can be elusive at times. So an RBI double from Cherry.
Now batting second baseman number 5, Keely Fuller.
Keely Fuller will now come to the plate, top of the order. She's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. In between her coming to the box, it was a team meeting in the infield, and all that is, hey, we got 2 outs. Trust your defense. Let's get this last out. Here, Calallen. The pitch from Thibodeau. Oof, and that got her on the helmet. Let's hope she's okay. From up here, it looked, oh no. We're going to step aside and take a break.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Sail the seas or see the sails. On South Padre Island, that's as hard as it gets. Visit sopadre.com.
Hello from Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated Texas Education Agency district. A stands for Academic Excellence at Los Fresnos CISD, where pathways to secondary success are being built for students at the brand new Resaca Middle School campus. A stands for Academic Advancement at Los Fresnos High School, where the College Center provides a jump start on college and career readiness that includes advanced placement classes, dual enrollment options, CTE opportunities, and scholarship money. Los Fresnos CISD, an A-rated and 7-time post-secondary readiness distinction district.
At Harlingen CISD, college, career, community ready is more than just a saying. We've created 12 academies to provide students with access to fields of study that best fit their interests and passions. Within the 12 academies, there are 42 certifications that will aid students in getting a head start on a career upon graduation. Become HCISD proud and enroll today.
graduation time, time to make some decisions. What's next? Can I afford to continue my education? What are my options? At Brownsville ISD Career and Technical Education, you can graduate from high school with a certificate and/or license ready to go to work, debt-free. We have a wide range of programs for every student ranging from audiovisual, law enforcement, STEM robotics, electrical, welding, pharmacy, patient care tech, and many more to choose from. That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard. Call today, 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
Welcome back after the injury timeout. It's going to be first and second. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Tamia Cherry at the plate. The 0-1, ground ball to Mounts, play over to first, 4-3 put out, and Calallen is headed back to the state championship. 5-1, Cherry on the 4-3 put out. Calallen heading back to the state championship, where they will play Liberty Saturday at 10 a.m. A 4-run third and a bases clearing double for Audrina Almaraz. 3 for 4 on the night. And Almaraz is our Economy Awards player of the game. I'm going to go down there and grab some post game. Calallen wins this one 5-1. Your final. On behalf of myself, Kevin Arrow, Joe Bowling, and everyone at Real Sports Live, saying so long and good